Terraria is a game with a lot of enemies, but what if we were to add in 100 plus more enemies? Let's hop in game and see what crazy new enemies we can find. So that's right, we're trying to add 100 something new enemies to Terraria, and we got a handful of mods that I have installed already. That should make this a little bit easier. Mods like Idoris, Liber Creatum, Assorted Editions, Assorted Crazy Things, Martian's Order, even the Juice mod. So let's hop in game and start checking out some of these enemies. We are in game, so let's start checking out some of these mobs. Let's do Assorted Editions first. Shoot, why not? It came up first. Let's start peeping them. What do we got in terms of enemies? We have a cursed pickaxe. You can never go wrong with more of those, but that's not really what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is something like this. Goblin Balloonist. A new goblin themed enemy here that drops bombs on us. Literally perfect. Add this to the goblin invasion because they could always use some more love. And there we go. We're off to a great start. What else do we got from this mod? We got a frost wraith, which I guess the snow biome / ice biomes can use a little bit more. And then we got this cool one, the grabber plant, which as its name suggests, you get close to it. Hold on, let me, how about a god mode? You get close to it. Look at that. It literally grabs you. You have trouble getting out of it. You gotta kill it to get out of it. Pretty sick. We got some more granite enemies, which I do actually think the granite biome and marble biome need like a giant overhaul to add in not only just more enemies, but just new content in general. We got some like ice guardian. Okay, so it's kind of like the elementals in the granite biome, but a little bit cooler, like literally ice. We got a living cactus. What is this? If I go near it, does it like get up? Oh, it's actually a rolling cactus that's got eyes and everything. A legit decoy / mimic type cactus. I mess with it. We got some more slimes. I don't think I'm a fan of adding in more slimes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like there's too many. We got more mimics, which I don't really care about, but then we got a shrooming. What is that? A little shroom, dude? You know I mess with the mushrooms, especially since he's legit matching the mushroom outfit. Look at him. After that, let's go to one of my favorite enemy adding mods, and that is Liber Creatum. Don't know how to actually pronounce it, but that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. As you can see, there is a ton of enemy variants, which this is the perfect mod. Hold on, let me get rid of the damn guide. He's messing up everything, bro. Stop killing all the wildlife. That's my job. Let's check it out. Not only is there a bunch of critters, which, you know, I mess with a couple more critters here and there, but there is completely new enemies. For example, we got mammoths. Not even just normal mammoths either. Look, that dude got 6 eyes on him. Kind of scary. He's got a little like charging attack is what his AI looks like, and I'm assuming all the other ones have similar AI, just different looks. We even got a magma version. Okay, and they do actually make elephant noises. What else though? We got some more what is this, unicorn type enemies? Bicorn. We got Chichivache. I don't know what the hell, that thing is ugly. Low-key terrifying. We got, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. We got that thing. We have what, nitrogen sludge, some more sludge type enemies. We got more wolves, Barghest. Okay, Lithobolia, ancient skeleton. Damn, that boy is gigantinormous. We got some more zombie types, a floating zombie. We got this dude Bolt, which is like a different looking flinks. We got Walking Dead, which is just legs. We got a bunch of bats, more wolves, all kinds of colors of wolves. We got Bobo. What the hell is a Bobo? I don't know. Some sort of bird. We got a centipede, which is a worm type enemy. Nice. I hate worm type enemies, but I guess sure, why not? More of them. We got a mud fly. We got a bunch of different golem types here. So if you are a fan of golems, there you go. I am a fan of golems, actually. This is like one of my favorite fantasy creatures. And then we got, of course, Trents, another favorite fantasy creature of mine, because giant tree monsters are just cool. I don't know. Meteor enemies. What is that thing? I don't know. It looks like a lion skull on a wheel. I don't even know what that is. A lot of these enemy names are hard to pronounce, so I'm guessing like a bunch of these names are based off of like mythological creatures and stuff like that. Peeping eye. What else we got? Une. What is that? That just looks like seaweed but alive. Brownie. I don't see any brownies. Mermans. Actually, mermans should low-key be in Terraria outside of just being like something you could turn into. And then we got, of course, a bunch of slimes. We got cubes, and we got little tiny like pimple ones. Look at that. So at least the slimes, even though there's more of them and there's already enough slimes in the game, at least the ones that they do add in have some variety to them. There's just so many enemies in this mod alone. Like, look at this. We got a bunch of these like ghosts, Spriggan type enemies. We got Coin Boy. My favorite enemy. Oh, and look at that, true to his name. Burnt. A burnt skeleton, a burning zombie, a hangman, which is like a hanged ghost. kind of cool. More ice worm type enemies. We got a possessed sword. This Spriggan looks the coolest. Literally, that's the snow one. Will-o-wisp. Look at that. We got an Axe Knight. That dude looks sick. Draugr. I love me some Draugrs. Giant Skeleton, another variation. Jiangshi, which these are like, what, vampire zombies? Skeleton Slinger. I'm assuming he slings stuff at us. Skeleton Soldier. A zombie that looks disgusting. Speak about disgusting. This zombie actually looks disgusting. And then, yeah, just a bunch of zombie variations here, as we can see. I messed with it. A lot of enemy variety, exactly what the game needs sometimes. The game does have decent enemy variety, but you can never go wrong with more. Speaking about never going wrong with more, we move to this mod, Assorted Crazy Things, which guess what? Adds just that, animated spell tomes and regular animated tomes. Who would have thought reading was so dangerous? But this is one of the mods that adds in more variety for enemies rather than just adding in a bunch of new enemies. As you can see, there's a lot of slimes in here. There's also eyeballs and stuff too. Look at that, different type of demon eyes. That one's got lasers. Just tons of variety. Literally assorted crazy things. A bunch of assorted ideas. Is that a giant grasshopper? It's an enemy, and there's even a golden one too. But yeah, like look at all these slimes. They're all pretty sick, and I think some of them even got like different colors when you spawn them in. Look at that one. He's got a shell on his head. That's pretty sick. That one's got the little strange plants on his head. This one's got a scorpion tail. Spawn of Aqua. Hold up, my boy making a reappearance. We also have a megalodon. Sick. So there's some really cool enemies in this mod, but most of them, they're not anything too crazy. Hold up. This is a mimic. Walking tombstone. So like a fake tombstone, kind of cool. And then there's a stone soldier. So a little bit smaller of a mod, but you know, it's still cool. Moving on, we got the Idoris mod, which is a smaller content mod that still has some cool enemies to it. One of them being the mounted goblin knight. More additions to the goblin invasion. As you can see, he's riding like a pig, a warthog. I don't know what the hell that is, direwolf. And then when you kill him in this phase, he actually, look at that, just drops off of it, and now he's just a regular knight, no mount. Pretty sick. A two-phase sort of enemy. I believe some of these are just straight up bosses, so I kind of don't want to spawn in some of them. This dude is sick. The engineer skeleton. Let's see if he'll do what he does. There's an attack that he does. Come on, do it, bro. There's an attack that he does where he literally builds an arrow trap. He's not doing it. I tried for like 5 minutes trying to get the engineer to do the attack where he builds a trap, but he just wouldn't do it. I don't know why. I even went underground and stood next to a trap and he wouldn't do it. Hold up, this thing drops a probe after you kill it? What the heck? My boy has been probed. That's crazy. Dark zombie, which is like a scarier looking zombie. Cursed flame skulls. Blood Nimbus. Ooh, terrifying looking Nimbus. Okay. And then I think most of the other stuff are bosses. Hold up. We got Angler Zombie. We got Android Goblin. So even more Goblin invasion stuff. After that, we got this mod, Martin's Order, which I always thought was Martian's Order. My bad. I checked this mod out recently, so we'll go over it really quickly. There is a bunch of new enemies for like new biomes and stuff. Even new like armor type enemies. But check this out. Alligator. Whoa. Is albino? What the heck? Oh, there's an alligator pet. I didn't know there was an alligator pet. I thought that was the enemy. Because look, there's a crocodile enemy. And this dude actually is kind of scary. Look at that. He's got his mouth open. Let me walk up to him. Boom. Hits me. But if I start a fight with them, he gets serious. Let me see if I can start a fight with him without killing him. There you go. And now look at this. Oh my god, he's doing flips. I've never encountered a crocodile IRL. I don't know if they actually do that or not. But yeah, this mod has a bunch of fun critters and enemies, as you saw right there with the crocodile. We got blood themed enemies. We got snow themed enemies. We got zombies wearing cones on their head. The chickens, the cows, the pigs all look sick. There's a giant grasshopper, which is kind of cool. So like an even bigger one from the mod we saw earlier, because there was one we saw earlier. We got the creepers from Minecraft, which yes, do actually explode. We got more meteor enemies. We got little critters from this mod that actually do damage, which is kind of unique. I kind of like that idea. Might be a little bit annoying to fight them, but it's still cool. We got a walking bush. We got a nimbus cloud. We just got all kinds of stuff. A scary looking shark. Look at that thing. Ew. Get that abomination out of here. This is my favorite enemy from the mod. A giant shoe. The creativity is there. Who doesn't love giant shoe enemies? We probably definitely passed the 100 enemy mark. And the thing is, we barely even touch any mods, because you can add mods like Thorium. Obviously, Calamity adds in a bunch, but Calamity is kind of its own whole thing that doesn't really add too many vanilla-like enemies. But we got the Juice mod here. Of course, the Juice mod adds in a bunch of enemies. We got the little cactites and cactoids. We even got the cactuars. We got things like this deranged mutant killer monster Snowgoon. Giant boulders that try to hit you. Come on, those were in the game before boulders really became a big meme, as big as it is now. We got Death Knights. Oh my god, was that a jumping attack? My boy has a whole ass moveset. On top of all the little enemies that the Juice mod adds in, there is like mini boss type enemies that are just insanely unique. This dude just snatched me up, literally grabbed me out of the air. Is he gonna do it again? I double dog dare you to put your talons on me again. But yeah, a lot of these like smaller boss or mini boss type enemies are pretty sick. Rogue Tomato from Final Fantasy. We got Desert Golems. Look how stiff he is. That's honestly how I expect a golem to move. Stiff ass. Damn, he heard me talking. My boy hit me with a double elbow drop. Force Vengeance, which is like a flying tree. We got the Treasure Goblin. Look at him, boy, searching through his bag. What's in that bag? Let me get some of that. Look at it, he's taking off running. For the rest of this video, I guess we'll just cover it through the wikis of mods. But the Thorium mod legit is one of the best mods, not only as like a Terraria content mod, but look at how many enemies you are. This is just pre-hard mode. All these different types of enemies for a majority of vanilla Terraria biomes. You got stuff for dungeons, you got stuff for the ocean, jungle, everything. And then we scroll down and we get even more. So boom, this is another big boy. Look at Snowflake's Matriarch. There's enemies in here I've never seen before, because I feel like I haven't really touched Thorium like that in a minute. But I definitely do not remember a lot of these enemies. Look at this. Goblin Army gets 4 new enemies. Even the Eclipse Pirate Invasion, even the Frost Legions get some love. And of course, some more mini bosses too. We go to Modern Redemption, which is kind of more on the custom enemy side rather than like vanilla enemies type thing, sort of like Calamity. So this one, if you do want some more enemies, but on the modded side with their own themes, then boom, Calamity or this mod. But look at this, Sneezy Snowflake, big ass nose. Yo, what is this thing? Space Paladin Mark 1? They got some enemies I've never seen in here. Also, don't forget that this mod has a whole rooster event and dancing skeletons. The last mod I'll talk about in this video is the Spirit mod. Look at just how many enemies there are, and look at their beautiful sprites to go along with them too. And this one will be like the perfect one to just finish off a more enemy mod pack with. And of course, don't forget about the hard mode enemies too. Look at this, there's a Hydra. This thing is sick looking. But yeah, that was adding more Terraria enemies to the game, like 100 plus, probably even more than that. I enjoy having a lot of variation in terms of enemies. I feel like it just makes the game more fun to play when there's just all kinds of things attacking me and not just like the same 5 enemies over and over. So having a lot of mods that add in more enemy variety is always good. You can't go wrong with it. But if there's any mods that I missed out on that add in a lot of more enemies that are very sick and unique, let me know in the comments. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for future videos. I will be seeing y'all in the next one. Have a good one.